Good evening. Hope you're all good. Right then, so as the description describes, the whole gist of this little live stream is to essentially show, warts and all, how I go from having no clue what a track is, which is, you know, rare. The longer you do this, the more you kind of, the more you just know tracks, even if you ain't driven on them. Even if you ain't driven on them, you got some idea. Magny Cours, I got no idea. I've never seen it on telly. I've never seen an onboard of it. Magny Cours is a complete unknown to me. So this should be interesting from my point of view. So step one then, I've loaded up a Magny Cours set from VRS. But if I didn't have a setup, I would probably just go for the sprint setup that comes with iRacing because it's reasonably high wing. It's a good starting point. So don't accidentally run a silly setup that's low downforce for a track that doesn't need it. So this is Magny Cours. This is me going out basically uncooked and raw. I'm in one of the public VRS practice sessions, and I've purposefully picked one that's pretty quiet. There's only 3 people on track, so hopefully I don't get in anybody's way, but I'm just going to use me, just going to do the same thing I do every time I learn a new track. I just have to follow my eyes, rely on what my eyes are seeing until it kind of threads together, and there's going to be some reference points along the way. Let me know if you can't hear me or anything like that over the engine noise. So this is an exploration lap on Magny Cours. Brand new track. It's the next one on the calendar for the UK Sim Racing GT3 League that I'm in every Sunday. So I need to learn it before Sunday because not only is it the next track on the calendar, but it's an endurance race. So if I don't learn it, it's going to be extra kind of painful. So I'm just going to remain quiet for a bit. This is basically to show that, you know, when you're jumping into sim racing and you've got a clue where any of the tracks go, you're not alone in that. It takes a lot of sort of repetition and practice to figure out what each track is. But once you learn it, you never really forget it. It's like riding a bike. Once I've got Magny Cours sussed, it will stay with me for forever then, really, until the next new track comes along that I've got no experience with. This is a really rare thing for me. I've been doing this sim racing malarkey for about 15 years. There ain't many tracks out there that I haven't come across. Cheers, Metroshika. I like hearing when people are finding the lessons useful. I'm not the only one that does them, as I'm sure you know, but I'm glad to play a small part. Well, I'm already getting a sense of this is going to be quite a funky, unsighted track, Magny Cours. It's going to take some time to build up some reference points. So one reference point I do use is that you might struggle to see them on screen, but when you've got brake markers on the side of a track, they tend to be on the side of a track that your car is expected to be. So if the brake boards are on the right, that means you need to position your car to the right for the next corner that's coming up. Same thing here, brake boards are on the left, so we wanted to be on the left hand side to enter that chicane. Where there are no brake boards, you're out of luck, but if there are brake boards on 4 of the 12 corners that you need to navigate, that means you have to do 4 less corners guesswork to figure out which way they go. So brake boards are on the left hand side, so I know I'm going up to the right hand corner here basically. The challenge is figuring out how fast to go into it. Beyond that, you just got to use your eyes. Again, there's a nice handy little arrow board up there. Not every track has something like that, but most tracks give you distance boards. Most tracks give you distance boards, so distance board on the left, so I'm positioning my car on the left. And the more distance boards you get, the harder the braking zone it tends to have. So if there's one tip that's helped me out loads, it's that. Same thing at Le Mans. when I was trying to learn Le Mans, trying to crack it for so long, I kept on forgetting which side of a track to be on for the next chicane coming up. You know, there's about 3 chicanes. Once I figured out that the side of the track the brake boards were on was the side of a track I needed to position myself for entry, it was all so much easier. It just clicked. So what time do we need to even get on the board then? So we're looking at, we're quite a way off at the minute. Next time we come across the start finish line, I'll start to kind of commit a memory of these sequences. I'm trying to split it into sectors. I like this bit though, quite nice and narrow. So there's a chicane here that's quite tight. And I know it because there's a nice yellow curb that I can see really easily. And then there's a nice kind of Paul Ricard-esque corner that never ends. Oh, that never ends. And then this is a nothing corner. There's another chicane that's kind of unsighted. There's an arrow board there that tells me to go right. And make a brief excursion into the sand. Yeah, that's good. Pick up some grit. Learning a track is a messy business. Wow, this is crazy. In fact, I think I've seen Magny Cours once on telly. When World GT was on the Sky Sports F1 channel. That's their filler. When the F1 ain't on, the GT tends to be on. Or anything else that happens to be running. So this is also a corner that never seems to end. I think this is like turn 2. I can see brake boards on the left hand side. Oh no, not yet. They're just little left boards. Probably a premonition for what's coming up. So 200, 100 sharp corner. This is the hairpin. A nice little narrow stretch of track. There's that yellow curbing. It's a chicane. I think it was a bit faster than I was taking it last time. And then the left hand corner that never ends, like a horseshoe. Can't remember what's next. Are there any reference points to help me? Oh yeah, these sort of blind chicane. Let's try pushing our luck a little bit. 90 right. That's where I was in the sand last lap. Brake board on the left, 200, 100. I think this is like a double 90, if I remember right. It's a 90 and then a sharp chicane. Did F1 come here? So turn 1 is like a middling speed 4th gear corner. That's going to take some time to figure out a line there. That corner just goes on and it's quite woolly. This is like yeah, brake boards on the left up high. This is a hairpin, so we know where the hairpin is. And this is the bright yellow curb chicane into the long left. I think I can take it faster this time. I think this is now the unsighted chicane to the right. A 90 right and a quite expansive exit. So I keep getting this confused with the double 90 right that comes later in the lap. Right, we're starting to get a picture of it now. I think I know where I am. This is the 90 right into a tight chicane. And we're now back at the start-finish line. Turn 1, 4-ish, something like that. Probably 4th actually, because it's faster than I think. This is going to take a few laps to nail. Okay, cool. Right, hairpin. And 100 seems to be the right mark to brake at. Positioning over to the left hand side because that's where the brake boards are, the distance boards. Chicane with a bright yellow curb, quite fast. Let's swing it in wide. Oh, yeah, we cut the chicken. Let's let Richard Shaftstra past. Oh, nearly rejoined the front of him then. This is a blind chicane with a dip. .90 right, expanding exit, so widening exit. And then this is the tight 90 right into the tight chicane to the start finish straight. Good track, I like it so far, this is nice. Right, let's chuck it in to turn 1 properly now. Good, turn 1's starting to be optimised. Still can't quite suss that out, but we're cutting time off all the time. Quite yellow curve, fling it in, bit of dab of brakes because we cut it last time. So Richard Shaftstra is now kind of like a pace boat. Let's try and catch him. Right, turn 1 and 2. It's pretty much full throttle, but you're gonna fling it in. Alright, let's calm it down for turn 3 then. We can still get him. That was too deep. Okay, late apex in that corner doesn't really work. That was a failure. that corner, I need to remember. I need to kind of need to remember that the exit widens. Quite wide there. That turn 3 is a tricky one. Definitely that's the one where I think I'm losing out the most. Yeah, I'm getting a sense of that. There's definitely some that's it was definitely some that are super duper slow, but I kind of like them. Not a fan of that last chicane. I think it's, as far as chicanes go, that's one of my least favourite ones. Not a fan of turn 3 either. I don't like nothing corners where they just kind of feel like the only limiting factor in how fast you can get around it is how fast your car can get around it. I'm not really a fan of that. There's nothing really to do there. Some corners make it work, like the carousel at Road America, because it's something about a turn 3 I'm not a fan of. I'm nearly going off track there, going for a day trip. Yeesh, that chicane's evil. I'm going to do session best lap. Keep going too deep for that. Much too deep. Need to rein it in, or maybe start twiddling with brake bias. We'll get there. Pardon me. So, session optimal sector is now the delta, that's what we're fighting against. But, feeling comfortable, I know where the track goes and what rough, the rough kind of attack they need. Oh, poorly Lambo on the left there. Now it's just refining it, just getting that muscle memory. So I've not had any major excursions or like catastrophes yet, so that's good. In a way, because Magny Cours does follow convention quite well, with the distance boards and the curbing and all that kind of thing, it's quite easy to decipher. Just more difficult to get a proper lap together. Oh, that's an off track then. Going all the way off a ripple curve is an off track. I can't imagine the racing's actually going to be very good here. I don't think this is a very kind of a good track for overtaking, is it? Tell me if I'm wrong. Right, getting a hang of turn 3. I'm not a proper frog, I'm afraid, today. It's all these corners I'm choking. Yeah, turn 4 hairpin, actually, that's a good point. It's a bit like Hockenheim in that regard then, isn't it? Wow, harsh black flag. Need to remember that. Don't cut that chicken. That little green strip, that tiny little green strip that skirts the inside of turn 3 is helping me kind of put markers on where I'm supposed to be clipping the apex. Good sector improvement on that one. Well out of bounds. Scrappy stuff. short on fuel soon, and I might as well go back in, learn where the pits are, because I'm going to be needing them on Sunday to, at least twice. So if you look down at your instrument panel for a second in these cars, sometimes you're asking for trouble. Oh dear, what a sad spin. Right, time to get some tyres. Yeah, these ones are scrubbed. Get some tyres, get a full tank of fuel, and then we'll go again. High 35s fastest laps. I believe it. I really do believe it. I tell you what, people are pretty amazing when you think about it. There are going to be folks that are just built for this. That's a short pit entry. Yeah, folks who have got the skill, the talent, and the kit. That just perfect mix. They can do this, and time as well. Got a lot of time investment in sim racing, and you're gonna do well. Like if you wanted to make sure that you were punching well above your pay grades, then you need like a short burst of practice, something that. Have I gone past some cones? Is this really? That can't be the. No, that can't be it. Yeah, that can't. There's no way that can be it. Surely. Well, we'll find out now if we'll get a black flag for that. Yeah, this doesn't strike me as a Ferrari kind of track. Lots of slow corners. Corners where you really need some punch out of it. So the R8 I think would be the best car for this sort of thing. My main rivals in the UK, I saw Liga in R8s and Porsches. So we can ride that curb a little bit. We can't ride that curb, as I might have predicted. We can sort of ride them curves, but they don't. There's no pleasure in it. I'll say that for one. Alright. Looks like we're going onto a beach. Can't chop that. Can't chop that hairpin much. Got enough track for that. That's a good one to chop. I think I'm losing, as that sector delta says, I think I'm losing a bit of time on that corner. The 90 right with the opening exit. Ah, bloomin' heck. Right, that's twice now. Gonna need to rein that in. Monitor config right now. I'm on a what am I on? Wait, that's it. I'm on a 34-inch ultra wide, the Odyssey G5, Samsung Odyssey G5. Recently cut down. Went from triple 24s to a single 34-inch ultra wide, and I gotta say, the pros outweigh the cons here. Definitely, I'm not going back. Switch to all-time best lap. Yeah, response time seems okay. There's yeah, response time seems really good actually. There's a setting in the monitor panel to kind of speed up like the monitor, as it were, to try and cut down on any kind of pixel blur. That does actually do the trick, and it's the 1000R version of the Odyssey G5, which is quite curved, which is good for, well, it's good for this. Whoa, hoo, hoo. Didn't like that. But we got some damage there. I think if I was literally just racing and I had no intent to do streaming, video recording, any of that kind of sort of stuff, then I would probably stick with triples, because you ain't gotta rely on any overlays or anything like that, because triple screens do make it more complicated to just run like Streamlabs, which is the software I use. It's like playing a game of Buckaroo basically, and if you make one wrong move it could all just like collapse in a pile of sticks. That's the sort of thing that you can sometimes find happens if you're on triples. Not to mention the space. Space takes up so much less space. Fits nicely against the wall. Quite a small footprint actually. I need to sort of showcase that at some point. They're still quite a way off a pace. Need to concentrate. Need to find someone else now and chase them. But yeah, let's give it a reset. We're going to see if we can chase down Rodney Cropper. If we can keep up with the old Croppers, then we might have a chance. I love the circuit, I'm just not feeling very, just not feeling like I'm bringing a very refined drive to it at all. But that's natural. It takes a while to get comfy. And that's not going to help me catch up with him, is it? Where's he going? I think I'm confident enough to take it into a session. Next one's in 15 minutes if I'm right. Alright, Fraser. Now, should I take this into a session? If I can keep my eyes open, I'll be able to do it. It's been a long day. That's so uncomfortable every time. Love a track. It's like a French Hockenheim to me. There's a lot of similarities between them, in my mind. That is a really, really, really harsh black flag, isn't it? I think Magny Cours, it's like olives. You're not gonna like it the first time you try it, but before long you just fancy them. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh dear, how to throw away a couple of attempts in the green. Sheesh. That pit entrance is mad. Right, let's just double check when the next session is. Is it odd hour either? It's even hours. Okay. Right. Two more laps to bank it, and then we're going to sign up for VRS sprint. And we're going to just learn by force. So join us at 10, where we'll be in a VRS sprint session for reals. All sessions over now as well. Right. Yeah, Magny Cours is a bit of a beast. It's got its highlights and it's got its horrible bits. It's orange juice with bits, basically. It's nice, but there's still some things you'd rather there weren't in there. Okay. 10 o'clock. VRS sprint session. I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll pick up where we left off. Should be interesting, I hope. See you shortly. 10 o'clock. And then we're back. iRacing is loading. The data's being shoved down the bandwidth pipeline like fruit into a blender. And we're just going headfirst into a race at Magny Cours. Any names on the list? I know you guys can't see this at the minute, but I'm just looking for names I might recognise. Nope, not a single one. So this will be a lovely anonymous race. The strength of field ranges from 8,838 iRacing to about 27, 24. Yeah, so the range covers 2,400 iRacing to about 8,800. So, you know, nice narrow split. I think we've got a good chance of taking first. The car list is Audi, Ferrari, Audi, Lambo, Ferrari. So it's not like a wipeout of R8s either. So luckily, we'll be fine. So VRS GT Sprint in Ferrari at Magny Cours, a track that only an hour ago we ever actually touched. Let's see what we end up with. Sorry, don't mean to be rude, just communicating with my domestic colleague.
Pit lane speed limit is 60
AKA
kilometers per
wife.
hour.
Get off! So as me headphone cable stuck under the chair, that wasn't me talking to the wife there. Have some respect. Oh shh. That's how the race is going to go, by the way. That's just a taste. It's a mere taste of what's to come. Pit exit cones right in front of the first box. Yeah, the first time I came out of the pit, so I completely missed him. And was trying. Oh yeah, unsafe pit exit. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, marshals. You got me. You got me red-handed there, stewards. Right, what are my hopes and dreams for this race? Well, really speaking, I just want to be want to feel like I've done a good job. That's as much as I can hope for.
Your exit is clear.
And not
Watch
get
the
black
white
flag
line.
for spinning
Okay,
tyres.
Daniel, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Oh, this quali set's feisty. Well, we are car number 7, so it's expecting us to finish 7th or around about there. But what it hasn't taken into account is my lack of knowledge of Magny Cours. Experience is everything, and we ain't got much. Not here anyway.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 29 Celsius.
Right, so we're approaching the part at the start-finish straight for the first flyer. Just want to get one in the bank, not going to try anything stupid. Here we go. Oh no, here we don't go. Oh, sketch. Ah, I just chucked away bags of time.
That lap was a 138.8.
Well, that was a near invalidation. Come on, we've got to do better than that, surely. Sitting at 21st at the minute. Sheesh.
Fastest lap for Keskin, 136.7.
'20th. Wow. Wow. Yeah, let's consider Magny Cours one of them tracks that you're just gonna love or hate. But that's what this race is all about, just trying to accumulate practice laps by force, ready for Sunday's race. What do I need specifically to stream my races? First thing you're gonna need is in ample supplies, patience and time, because it takes a fair bit to set it up and get it sort of working right, testing. But let's just start out. So the toolkit you need: Streamlabs OBS is the software I use. It's nice and friendly. It pretty much sorts a lot of stuff out for you, but it's a total bamboozler when you first start, but it's as easy as it's going to get. So Streamlabs OBS, you link back to your YouTube account via the options and menus, and from there you've got to spend some time setting up your scene. So at the very least you can just stream iRacing, which is super easy to do. That would only take about 10 minutes to set up kind of a capture of iRacing, but Streamlabs will then shove up to YouTube so that you can at least stream your races. If you've got a microphone, you can set that up as an input. But my advice to you is to download and install Streamlabs OBS. So that's Streamlabs OBS, and have a play around with it. It's just going to take a little bit of time to feel comfy with it, but you will. Everybody started out on Streamlabs thinking, what on earth is all of this? I'm never going to figure this out, but they do. So start now, and in a few months time you'll be a whiz, probably. A whiz? Who the hell says a whiz? Something your teacher would say. "15 seconds. Where are we? We are way back. We are so far back.
the end of the session. B25.
But the good thing about being so far back is that you're out of the pain sandwich. You're out of harm's way. You've either got to be at the front or at the back. If you're in the middle, you're done for. Let's go. Let's grid up. Cool. I knew I forgot something. Me trading paints. Everybody's car's going to look like a pile of Duplo. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS. That's probably the it's probably the best place to start. Get familiar with that.
The air
Do
temp
some
is
tests.
23 Celsius. The track temp is 31
If your
Celsius.
computer's fairly beefy, then you should be fine.
Follow car number 17 in the left
But that's
column.
what the testing's all about. Here we go then. One of quite few and far between official sessions that I take part in these days. It's all leagues now. Streamlabs OBS is all you really need to stream your races, but you'll need a Twitch or a YouTube account to connect it to. If you do need anything else extra, you'll find out along the way. Some people have stream decks, which are basically just button boxes to turn scenes on and off, switch between them, turn your mic on and off, that sort of thing. But you probably won't need that at the start. I wouldn't advise really getting that until you know you need it. But just Streamlabs OBS, your game, and a YouTube/Twitch account, one of the two, or both. And then have at it, and then just spend time getting used to it. Do some tests, test stream. Not gonna hurt anybody by doing that, so just go for it. Cheers, and yourself. I hope that was step one on a long journey of streaming. Remember when you're famous. That's all I ask. Full pace lap as well. What's going on here? bet you this is going to go green when we're in the chicane. Ah, it's going to do me over, isn't it? It's going to do me over.
Green, green, green.
There we go. Oh,
Yellow flag.
right, yellow flag. Any carnage? No, no carnage. Oh dear, there's one.
On your right.
Oh dear. Now, is he going to rejoin in a weird
Still
way?
there.
Or we're going to have to go around him? Because we...
Clear right. Car right. He's still there. He's still
always
there.
guaranteed to come off
Right, so
worse
it's
in a
clear.
situation
Nice
like
one,
that.
Daniel. Good start.
Slow Ferrari on the chicane. How is that going to make weird things happen?
Car left. Hold your line.
Oh,
Clear left.
no, no,
You're in
no.
three
Ooh,
wide.
ooh.
Clear right. Clear all around. Yellow flag.
Ooh, somebody. How did he lose it there? That must have been a pit maneuver from someone else. 80.
16.
Oh, what's 80? We're going to get him. Whoa, that was pretty deep. It's necessary to learn Magny Cours. It's on this week's VRS GT Sprint, but it's also on this Sunday's league calendar. So the UK Sim Racing League, which I'm streaming on Sundays, this is the track, and it's an endurance round, so it's going to be really important just to know what the heck I'm doing. So VRS GT is basically my proving ground for this. It's my way of forcing myself to get some practice laps in. As long as I don't get took out, then we should be good. Oh, we could potentially come away with about a 12th or 11th here. Hopefully.
Car right. Clear right.
Oh, that was naughty.
Well done, Daniel. Nice move, mate.
He's not happy about that.
let's put this hard road to good use. E15.
Definitely gonna find some opportunities into this airpin. We need to be a bit closer with this.
Refueling window will open after 13 minutes and closes after 27 minutes.
Get that big bum out of the way. That blooming BMW, man, it's right blimp. Not tried an MS2.
38.0.
Looks good. Oh, another one bites the dust. Hashtag just Audi things. Oh, go ahead, head in for the sand then. Oh, I thought I was going to get a black flag then. Just had that feeling. I was a millimetre too far, but iRacing has allowed it. Yikes, what a crunch.
14th. You've just done a 138.0.
Oh, that was scary. Need to not do that. Don't do that, please. Somebody needs to crack.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 0.7. Lap time was 138.3.
Getting better. If I can get up to that BMW in a hairpin, he's toast. That chicane feels awful. Horrible.
Okay, Daniel, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
It's all a bit static in a minute, isn't it? He says.
You've just done a 138.2. Alright, Daniel, you've got half your fuel left.
Ooh. What's happening here then? A little ding dong. Oh dear.
0.6. Car right.
I mean,
right.
it's a miracle nothing more happened really, because that was crazy. That was quite a clang. It was hard done by, but it's a miracle they're both still pointing the same way. That's crazy.
B13.
Right, I'm going to defend here. because I want Simon Lucas to basically be my best mate.
Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
Right, he's at bay for now. For now at least.
That was 137.6. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Okay, Daniel, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Is he close enough to make a lunge?
Slow in, fast out. Keep the inside line covered. Car right. He's still there. Right side's clear.
Yeah, he did it. I left the door open and I got exactly what I deserved. That was that was pathetic, really, wasn't it? But he may do me a favour. He might grab onto Felipe Aman's ankles a bit and drag him down to my level. He may even start hustling the people ahead of him. He's clearly faster, so good on him.
That was at 138.4.
Go on, Dan Morphy. Cause some havoc up ahead for me. Make him slower.
The gap ahead is now 0.9.
iRace is the best place to go at the minute if you're looking for head-to-head on a line. On a line? Head-to-head online competition. If you want to feel like you're actually racing people, then iRacing is the way to go. It's where you'll find the most amount of people with the most reliable chance of getting a decent race.
Was at 137.8. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes. Alright Daniel, we're halfway home. Should be about 6 minutes of fuel remaining.
Here we go then. Morphy is now clinging onto the heels of Aman. If these three start getting spicy, we could pick up some freebies.
The gap to Lucas behind is now 0.9.
Okay, a textbook overtaking there. Well, textbooks are more out of date. That's Wikipedia overtake, that is.
Time was 1:37.8. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace. Okay, Daniel, 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. The gap in front is now 1.1 seconds.
Right. Fuel wise, I don't want to come into the pits at the same time as this gaggle. So is it best to come in this lap? Because these guys are going to trip over each other. So I'm thinking probably best to just get it out of the way. Cool, he's going for another. Right, I'm gonna come in now. Oh no! What a catastrophe! What? What? We could have gone another lap there. We could have gone another lap and would have been totally fine.
Now leading 50 meters.
Yeah. Typical. Absolutely typical. Couldn't have predicted that.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit.
Wow, that was quite the pit exit there. Couldn't make it up. We had enough fuel in the tank to do another lap. And what do? Yeah, freebie. Although he's probably yet to pit, so not really. Gonna be some sparks flying up ahead.
Okay, Daniel, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. P23.
Oh, he's done it. Dan Morphy's done him. Hey, what are you doing?
Okay, Daniel, the next car is Christensen, left side, clear left. Left side, clear left.
Oh, incident. Oh dear. Couple of freebies. That's a real buy now, pay later if I ever saw one.
Okay, Daniel, just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. V10.
When you say quite a big delay, how long are we talking?
On your left. Still there. Clear left. Remaining 10 minutes. Don't be pressured. Keep your exit speeds up.
No dear, we got a couple of cars right there.
E9.
Coming backside now.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
Oh, it's about to get dicey.
Car right. Clear right.
I shouldn't. Yeah, I shouldn't laugh. No, no, no. Laughing is putting me off.
Left side.
No!
Clear left.
Ah, hubris. Hubris and arrogance right there, man. Oh. Sent him. Absolutely sent him. Yeah. But then I got sent myself, so worth it. I'll take that. I'll swap that one with the other one. That was epic. Oh, here we go. Oh, it just gets worse. Never mind. That was all worth it. That was all worth it. Karma gets you, man. Never laugh until you've crossed the finish line, because anything could happen to you between then and then.
White is leading the race.
That's an evil little corner, that is. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Minutes of fuel remaining.
2 minutes? No. Surely not. That's a long old time.
Alright, Daniel, don't let this guy distract you. Relax, focus, keep it smooth. V12.
Oh, I cannot help but laugh at that. That was a proper return to sender.
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes.
I'm not even mad that I've basically cost myself a few places in doing that. That was a classic moment. I'll be dining on that for a few days.
White is leading the race. Daniel, push, push, push. We can get this guy. 10th position.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I mean, that last chicane is just kind of ruins it for me, if I'm honest with you. All the other chicanes have got a really nice flow to them. But that last chicane really ruins it all. And these little bitty curbs that cause your whole car to just wobble, could really do without them. Just give us a plain old curb. I'd rather have that. Right, next lap is the last lap, I think. Oh, it's been a journey.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Need to just stay in second there, I think. The balance of the car is actually really, really good at this stage. Just worried about that Lambo's corner exit traction. There we go, over the line.
B11, last lap. Very little fuel left.
Oh, wait. This is the last lap. Dear me, what am I even doing? I nearly flipping and parked up then. That was close. That really would have been like the equaliser for my earlier, like, chortling over that geezer, overshooting the hairpin. That would have definitely have served me justice. That would have been karma delivered.
To go, 2 minutes.
Last corner. Thank goodness, man.
Yellow flag, watch out. 14. Okay, that's the
There
end.
we go.
Good finish, mate. Well
There
done.
we go. Right, I feel a lot more comfortable with Magny now. It's in the pocket. It's now a track in the bank. Definitely could do it better, but that wasn't too bad. Now let's have a look and see. Let's have a look and replay that epic moment. I need to see it again because that was fantastic. Fantastic. Right. Where are we then? There we are. Okay. Let's stick to chopper cam. So he wants to stick on the inside, but we leave him there. He's got no room, and he just shoots off track. That's brilliant. That's return to sender. Oh, I'd be so annoyed at that. Oh, and he had to go on the sand to... Ah. Sorry, Mads. But I'm afraid. Loved it. Right. Good track, horrible chicane, but yeah, join us again on Sunday. That's when we'll next be online. I'll save that little beauty. And to all of you watching and whatnot, enjoy your evenings, enjoy your Fridays. See ya on Sunday 7 PM onwards. That's when practice session starts. I'll put a little timetable on the left hand side this time so you know what's happening. Yeah, join us Sunday 7 o'clock. League race, Magny Cours, endurance. So if you liked watching 40 minutes of that, then imagine like 70 minutes or however long it is. We'll find out. Enjoy your evenings. See you later.